Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. We are counting down. Saturday is the day. Brock, Rock, and Wine. Get your tickets at brortho.com. And, of course, Parish Construction and Roofing. Lots of awful weather came through this weekend. Torrential rain on Saturday. If you've got issues with your roof, let us help you out. Parish Construction and Roofing. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com. Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. And Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Okay, dive into it on this Monday, y'all. Fire away. Let me know what you got. As always, leave your questions, comments. Appreciate everybody. The LSU baseball roster, good piece up at louisianasports.net right now. Hunt and I kind of worked on it to break down. This was via your request. Someone on Morning Scone had asked kind of for an update on the roster. And so you ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. So presently LSU, after Ianson and Shores both signed, they're currently at 39 players on the roster, really waiting on decisions for two more, Connor Ware and River Hamilton. Ware went in round 15. Hamilton went in round 11. Remember, if you're inside the top 10 rounds, you've already agreed to terms of your contract, you're going to sign. If you're outside of the top 10 rounds, you've got a decision to make. So Ware's interesting, round 15. Won't be a huge payday. It's really just a matter of, do you want to come back and try to be a starter at LSU and have a bigger role, or you want to go start your pro career? And then for River Hamilton, around 11, kind of similar. Do you want to see what the signing bonus would be? And then, or do you come to LSU for 3 years and try to push your way into a rotation? We all know the drill. So those are the two worth those are the two that we'll be keeping an eye on here over the coming days and weeks. And as for now, it's you've got 10 infielders, 3 catchers, 5 outfielders, and then 21 pitchers on the roster. So that totals 39. Remember, you got to get down to 34, but not really, because there's the new DSA, the designated student athlete designation. So if a player was going to be cut because of the roster limits, they can be DSA'd, and so labeled a DSA, designated student athlete, and so they can stay on the roster. So basically, there aren't any roster limits, really. Okay, let's say some good mornings here. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. We appreciate you for being with us. Hey, Brian Wynn, good morning. Brad, good morning. Hey, Adam, happy Monday. Good morning. Brian, Matt, vacation SC Media Day is behind us. We get back to 7:15 or 7:30 start time. So, Brian, vacation is not completely behind us. I am leaving. Eric and I are leaving tomorrow for Mexico. So this is our last. This is our last time away before back, and then next week fully on. So we'll be in Mexico for the next 4 days. And then back, we fly back. We leave tomorrow. We fly back Saturday, and then. But it's been a really busy summer. Normally, summer is like a decompress time, but from College World Series and making the trip up to Boston, and then our family vacation, and then you're taking a little time off around the 4th of July. Then SEC Media Days, and now Mexico. It's been like, normally summer is the calm down, decompress, charge the batteries for football. This has kind of been the opposite of that. This has been a little bit of a sprint here. So, but after this week, when we go to Mexico, we're back on regular schedule. I do. Let me see what day Drew starts school officially, because I think he's got like the summer camp. He's like maybe off a week and so on. Anyway, Let's see. Dale really enjoyed multi-day no jingle streak last week. Too bad, Dale. It's back. Blake, good morning. So is GameCoin dead? No updates from David or the devs in 9 months. We need answers. That's a very fair question. And no, GameCoin is not dead, to be very clear. But I know the holding pattern has been, what's the right adjective? Questionable, concerning, annoying. I totally understand that. And when he is able, I've already talked to David, we're going to do an AMA and Ask Me Anything. So we'll be able to answer all those questions. But the one thing you can trust, Blake, is that quite literally nobody has more invested in this project than David and wants to see it go forward. So when we can, absolutely will. Hey, David, good morning. Tiger Poppy, good morning. Did I hear that Ben McDonald survived a 25-foot tree stand fall over the weekend? Man, I saw a video that Ben posted. And it was like, this is what a concussion looks like. Yeah. Apparently, I fell out of a deer stand 25 feet up yesterday. I'm fine. Appreciate everyone checking on me. Very lucky. Concussion, 2 cracked vertebrae. Oh, my gosh. 25-foot fall. God bless. I'm glad he's okay, man. Golly. I just saw that video scrolling. He's like, I only saw the part where it said, like, this is what a concussion looks like. Man. Thank God he's okay. That's 25 feet. I mean, whew. Hey, Dylan, good morning. Sean, good morning. Diamond went out with his head high and all his faculties. What are your thoughts on Florida's upcoming football season? So, we talked about the Poirier-Holloway fight a good bit yesterday because I was down at UFC 318. It was interesting that a lot of people in the comments were saying how good the card was, and I was saying how kind of disappointing it was. And sometimes there is there's definitely a difference between watching on TV, the experience you have watching on TV, and watching in the arena. So I'm really curious. I do want to go back and watch all the fights over again. I was surprised to see that Poirier and Holloway felt they deserved the fight of the night bonus. I mean, being in the arena, the Vittoria Allen fight was clearly, to me anyway, the best fight I saw. Anyway, as for Florida, I think Florida is going to have a massive issue just because of their schedule. I mean, maybe DJ Lagway is a really good player. Maybe not. I don't know. Means 5-star. They were 6-1 with him as the starter last year, but and had some nice wins at the end of the season. LSU and Ole Miss were really nice wins. A couple of games where LSU and Ole Miss kind of grabbed the throat, though. Remember, LSU had the quick slant for a touchdown to C.J. Daniels, got called off for offensive interference. The Ole Miss game, Lane Kiffin 3 times in the red zone, passed on field goals to go for it on 4th down, got stopped 3 times. Anyway, all that to say, you look at Florida's schedule, I think they're a 7-5 football team. They open up with Long Island, the Sharks, and then South Florida. After Long Island, South Florida, they go at LSU, at Miami, Texas, at Texas A&M. I mean, that's rough. Then they play Mississippi State at home. Then they get Georgia in their neutral site. And then they're at Kentucky, at Ole Miss, Tennessee, Florida State. I mean, let's see what Vegas has their win total at. Florida. Florida is Florida 7.5. Over under 7.5. 7, 7-5, 8-4. LSU 8.5. That's just crazy. Crazy. Hey Lowell, good morning. Dale, will overtime with Matt Moscone have a jingle? I do want to. So if you noticed, I do have on the YouTube channel a new logo for overtime with Matt Moscone. Love the name. I did the logo with AI, and I've created the thumbnails you see for the videos. We're both done with AI, and I was trying to create an intro for overtime with AI, but kind of ran into a few roadblocks yesterday. But I'll keep tinkering with it. So I expect to have like an open. I don't know if that necessarily be a jingle, Dale. Hey Adam, good morning from the Cabana. Okay, Ivanka De Silva, good morning from Sri Lanka. Hey Dad, good morning. Jeff, good morning. Aaron, good morning. Dale, good morning. Everything but GM Hicks. Let's see. W, were you at the fights this weekend? I was. Unreal experience. Felt like a Prime Saints playoff game where the whole entire arena was trying to will Dustin to win. Emotionally drained this Monday. Yeah, man. The near finish in the second round was electric. It was so loud you couldn't even hear the horn at the end of the round. And he needed 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds and that was over. And he would have had a round 2 TKO. Wasn't meant to be. Hey Braden, what's up, dude? Good morning. With the O-line and D-line not necessarily expected. Oh, wait, hang on, let's see. Here you go. Not necessarily expected to be the strength of the team. What's the best way in fall camp to see how improved each unit is? Yeah, good question. I don't know. I mean, I think the D-line is going to be pretty good. You lose Swinson and Jones, but you add Peyton, Pyburn, Butler, and you've got Relaford a year older. You're getting Jacoby and Guillory back. Ahmad Brodon, McKinley, both a year older. You add City or Mitchell. Like, I like the defensive line a lot. Offensive line, I get every question people have about it. And you're right to ask. You lose 4 starters. One of them was the number 4 overall pick. I get it. But keep going back to the fact that they were 104th in the country in rush offense. And I think part of the reason we didn't recognize a lot of those shortcomings the previous 2 years is Jaden Daniels was magnificent. I think his ability to make plays with his feet covered up a lot. So, anyway. Hey, Quentin, good morning. Early prelims are all finishes. Main card dropped off a bit. Still great fights all around. That, they built that card. They built that card to have finishes. And the early prelims, like you mentioned, were all finishes. And I think my expectation going in was that we were going to see a bunch of finishes in the main card, and we just didn't. And that was it. That was a little disappointing that you didn't quite have clearly Holloway and Poirier were going to battle, but I think you had some tentative approaches in some of the other fights on the main card. Hey, Casey, is Bauer Sharp going to start at tight end? So, I mean, Trades Green is probably going to be your starter, but I think that's just a label. I don't really think that matters. It's going to be more how they distribute the reps, and I think you're going to see a lot of 2 and sometimes even 3 tight end sets. Like, a lot of times you're going to see Bauer Sharp as the attached tight end, and you'll see Trades sort of as a flexed receiver. So, I just think we're going to see a lot of both of them. Morning, Matt. Need to check out your new college football show. Looks fascinating. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate that. Yes. Yeah, so, I'm just so for those who missed what he's talked about. I decided I'm going to do so with this YouTube channel. I'm still going to do Morning Scone on this YouTube channel. That's not going anywhere. But what I'm planning to do is to post a video daily of whatever is the biggest topic in college football. I've done 2. I did one Saturday, one Sunday. Saturday was about Eli Drinkwitz, his proposal for a 30-team college football playoff. The one I did yesterday was explaining NIL and rev share because somebody here asked me to do that. So if you have an idea, I mean, look, we got Big Ten and ACC Media Day starting this week. So if you got things that you're interested in college football, you want me to do a video, let me know. Happy to do it. But yeah, so anyway, if you would, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it. If you see those videos pop up, the Overtime with Matt Moscona videos, I'd really appreciate it if you kind of give it a little like a thumbs up and a watch. That'd be great. Hey, Mark, how can you call people lazy who voted Mizzou 12th? I think you're right, but you didn't even vote. Thank you. I called them lazy because they didn't take the time to do the research, not because they voted or didn't vote. I don't vote because I think it's pointless. That's why. I think does that make sense? Me not voting has nothing to do with me being lazy. Me not voting is my choosing not to participate in something I think is mindless. And what happened with Mizzou, I think, is evidence of how mindless and lazy a lot of the voters are. Like, just look at their schedule. They won 10 games a year ago, and look at their schedule. Like, but most people don't bother to even do that. Make sense? Hope that makes sense. Hey, Devin, do you feel the media has LSU finishing 4th in the SEC because of lack of trust in Brian Kelly? No, I think they have LSU finishing 4th because of what we were just talking about with Mark. I think people just default to Bama, Georgia, and there's a lot of sheep following the herd this year with Texas. And Texas may be good, by the way. I have Texas in the championship game. I have LSU, Texas in the SEC championship game. But I think Georgia and Bama are both really flawed teams this year. So we'll see. Where were you sitting at the fights? I was in section 122. So where Poirier left after the fight, I was like right there in that turn, like row 18. Brad, do you recommend any podcast to learn about crypto? Is it too late to invest? Definitely not too late. I mean, it's still in its relative infancy. Crypto is. Even Bitcoin, which is over $100,000 right now, like, we will see $1 million Bitcoin. Like, that will happen. It may be not next bull run, but the following. And as you learn about crypto cycles that follow the Bitcoin halving cycle, you're talking about a 4-year cycle. So like 21, 25, 29. So like this bull run right now, I mean, sometime in the fall, it'll end. and we'll see 80, 90% retractions on the prices of these coins. And then it's all about accumulation in the bear market for 3 years. And those that accumulate in the bear market will benefit in the bull market in 2029. So, but yes, there's tons of great resources. Crypto Banter is a good one. What's the other one? Some of these have changed names. There's actually good Twitter accounts if you're on Twitter. They're worth following. I need to find them. I'll find them. Ask me later. But definitely not too late. Caleb, Matt, do you think we have the potential pitching staff to be better than last year with all the young arms and transfer ads? That's hard to say, man. When Anderson and Ianson were first and third in the country in strikeouts, and Shores was a freak show. I mean, I don't know that I could say that. But then again, at this point a year ago, we were not thinking Cade Anderson was going to lead the country in strikeouts and be the number 3 pick in the draft. Like, nobody had that, a year ago. I missed this. Ware signed yesterday per his IG. Doggone it. God dog it. I missed that. Thank you for the heads up. Man, oh man. Thank you for the heads up. I did my podcast. All right, a couple more minutes here. Let me not forget.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
All right. Take that, Dale. Thank you for the heads up, too, on Ware. I can't believe I missed that. I did my whole podcast. Well, I did my podcast on a roster update, and I mentioned Ware and River Hamilton as those being unsigned. So, but thank you for the heads up on Ware. Doggone it. I am really behind on comments. Okay. Take that, Dale. Sophia. Haters. Ready for RC this football season. I texted so RC was at the fight on Saturday. He was sitting next to Mark Ingram, and they put him on the big screen. I texted him, was like, "Yeah, what up, RC?" And he's like, "Hey man, I got to get back on the show." He's like, "I got some movie reviews to get to too, also." So we'll make that happen soon. Look forward to it. Is there another baseball portal window? There's a with the house settlement, they here it is. The NCAA approved one-time transfer portal window after the house settlement, but I think it's for football, is between July 7th and August 5th. So it's happening right now. But here you go. As one Power 4 general manager told CBS Sports, this one-time portal window is expected to be a, quote, big nothing burger. In order for a player to enter the portal during the window, a team has to name the person a designated student athlete. So you have to be DSA. That didn't count against the roster limit. That's for football too, by the way. So teams had until July 6th to designate student athletes. So we'll see what happens with DSAs. Trivia. Good to see you there. Woo. Could you do a video on conference alignment in the future? What do you mean? Sure. Like, you mean like what I think will happen? Like a prediction on what conference realignment would look like? How would you compare UFC NOLA to other live sporting events you attend? Is it in your top 5? So I've been to, I think we're counting yesterday. I can't remember if I've been to 9 or 10. Anyway, okay, bro, I got to go real quick. So anyway, sorry, I was reading the text. I've either been to 9 or 10 UFCs. That I've been to all 3 in New Orleans. I think it was really impressive. That even in the prelims, the ESPN prelims, place was packed. Like I've been to UFCs in Vegas where it's a late arriving crowd. You know, you get diehard fight fans that are there for the prelims, but most everyone's showing up for the main card. I don't know that the fight card that I saw Saturday night is even in the top 5 of the fight cards I've been to. I mean, I've been to some great ones, man. I was at Silva Sonnen in Vegas, Silva Sonnen 2. Forrest Griffin fought Tito Ortiz that day as the co-main. I've seen John Jones fight 3 times. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to see some really good cards. But I say every time someone asks, being at a live UFC is, and I've been fortunate enough to go to, I mean, I've been on the field for LSU, NFL games, College World Series. I've been NBA playoff games. My job's afforded me a lot of cool opportunities to go to and see a lot of events. And I would say, like, being at a UFC pay-per-view, it's just a different feeling altogether, man. The energy is so different than anything else. Not saying it's better or worse. It's just different. And I love it, man. I love going to them live. They've really mastered, the UFC has mastered the event, getting the crowd excited for the event and everything. Yeah, it's amazing. So hopefully they come back again soon, man. 10 years between is too long. I heard Dana White say that they plan to be back. They want to find a way to get back. Oh. Hey, Mark, where do you stay in Vegas? My guess is Aria. We stayed at Aria for the USC game last year. I love Aria. I think it's great. Jermaine, good morning, Matt. Love your interview with Jacques, standing 10 toes on everything you said. Thanks, man. Yeah, Jacques Doucet. We stood up and did at Media Days, did a Jacques talk. So about 30 minutes and talked a lot about future of college football and all things that a lot of you probably heard me say before. But last one. So this is, do you think Ware comes back? No, I don't. And actually someone just commented, and thank you, just updated the comment that Connor Ware on his Instagram post, he signed with the Mets yesterday. So he is not coming back. He signed with the Mets. All right, got to get out of here. I got to get Drew up and Adam and that out to New St. Lillian. Hey, y'all have an awesome day. Remember all our sponsors linked in the description on YouTube. We'll get them tagged on Facebook. Everything's scrolling under here as well. Locked on LSU is live, so check it out, YouTube or podcast, and AFR3. We'll see y'all. Peace.